Hello everybody, I just got back from watching A Quiet Place Part 2 in a movie theater, and every single nacho I ate tasted like regret. I'm so sorry. Anyways, the movie was pretty good. The opening sequence was especially incredible. The slow build up with a sense that something's wrong, to the explosive reveal of the monsters. The very long, wide shots showing everything from the perspective of the humans getting fucking butchered left and right. The clever use of sound going from loud-ass explosions in your face to complete silence, taking away your sense of direction. I loved it. I was cheering so hard even the deaf girl could have heard me. After that, we get a direct follow-up from the first movie, where the Abbott family is on the run seeking shelter from the creatures that murder you if you make any sound. Just like its predecessor, A Quiet Place Part 2 is a perfect example of a high-concept movie that's executed perfectly. John Krasinski returns as the director, and this handsome man knows how to build tension and put you on the edge of your seat. He makes you fear for the characters, like they're never safe even when nothing's happening. You sense that the slightest little mistake could cost them their lives. This leads to both great action and great horror, and there's a decent mix of the two. That being said though, there are some things that bothered me in the sequel. Firstly, just like in the first movie, there's a couple of stupid character decisions. I mean, there are scenes that are literally written in for the sole purpose of making noise and attracting the monsters, even if it's completely unjustified. Granted, it does lead to some pretty fantastic suspenseful scenes. Krasinski is a master at that.
I am not kidding.
But it's hard to be invested in the action when you know it was caused by stupid writing. This little kid especially, what an idiot. Unfortunately, this time around, the characters don't feel like they particularly evolved. In the first movie, the little girl Reagan fully completed her arc. She reconnected with her father, she faced her guilt regarding the death of her little brother, and she turned her ultimate weakness into her biggest strength. Emily Blunt's character successfully gave birth to her child, and the family defeated the monster through the power of teamwork. Beautiful. And so in the follow-up, these people don't have much room for expansion. They already achieved their Super Saiyan form, meaning that in this one they mostly start in one place and they end in the same quiet place. The exception here is Cillian Murphy's character, who is pretty great. He's the typical hard-boiled loner who ends up having a heart. I liked him a lot, but besides that, we don't get the emotional depth that was necessary for this follow-up, in my opinion. Despite the overall concept being very clever and effective, the plot on the other hand was not so great. It reminded me of a video game where there's a lot of character needs to go there and grab this, and character needs to walk there and do this. Conflict happens, some of it feels a bit forced, and then it's over. The sequel is just not as tight and focused, and it doesn't seem to fully earn a reason for existing besides having more scary monsters and more scares. By the end of the film, I felt like not much had happened. But that being said though, don't get me wrong, I got what I paid for. There's plenty of thrills and white-knuckling sequences that'll have you on the edge of your seat. And although I do have issues with the way they handled the plot and the characters, every other aspect here is flawless. Great acting, relatable characters except for that fucking idiot, gorgeous cinematography, great set pieces, action, horror, epicness, lots and lots of epicness. It's especially worth seeing in a theater for the visuals, but even more so for the sound design, which is almost a character of its own. I had a great time, except there was this teenager next to me who was texting his girlfriend for the whole movie. It was really annoying. I wanted to throw my nachos at him, but they were too damn good, so I ate them instead. I give A Quiet Place Part 2 a 7 out of 10. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and keep watching horror movies. It's good for your health. Bye bye.